YouTube, how you doing this morning? Coming to you on a wet, soggy morning down in what we call the lambing shed. And it's raining again. We had over 85 inches last year, and it hasn't stopped coming into the new year. So we're saturated. This is the driest place on the farm. The main barn up near the house where we keep animals in stalls. We've got our feed, that sort of thing is flooded. So we got some repairs to do on that barn, but there's water coming in everywhere. Everything is saturated. There's not a dry place here. So we're frustrated, but we're not going to complain about the rain. So I thought I'd do a quick video this morning and show you how I've been feeding these sheep. So everything we do here is step by step, and it has to be on a homestead if you don't want to go in extreme debt to do things. So you got to kind of do projects a little at a time and get one thing finished before you start something else. So one of the goals we have is to build a barn, a new barn somewhere on the farm where we could put the sheep in and have different areas in that barn, an open concept barn with dividers that open up and make the barn easy to get equipment in to clean it out, where we don't have to do a lot of handwork. We can use the tractors and loaders, come in and clean it out and rebed. And then have different areas for different production of sheep to manage in times when it's extremely wet, cold, gross. Not necessarily for the sheep, because they do okay. I mean, these sheep have been out. It is pouring the rain, has been since like midnight. I come down this morning, half the flock is not in here. They're out here in the pasture. We got some little green grass coming up. We're getting advantage of that. And I always keep a round bale of hay free choice for them out, and they're taking advantage of that. So even though we took the wool off of them 6 days ago, they're still out. We get closer to lambing at night, I'm going to lock them up in here just so we don't have one that isolates herself somewhere in the far corner of the pasture and lambs where we can't see. It makes it hard on us to go check her in all the weather that we're getting now. Now, if it warms up a little and stops raining, it's a dry, clear night, go for it. I don't care to walk, and I'm not worried about the lambs. These ewes typically are good mothers. They are attentive and do what they need to do, and they stay right with them. So, but yeah. So back to the main concept of what I wanted to discuss. The barn's coming, okay? Eventually, but we've got to work to that. So we've got to make do with what we got, and you all are going to get, I guess, a laugh this morning. In that open concept barn, I want it to where we never have to go in a pen if we want to give the sheep hay or feed supplement. Okay, I want all the feeders to be here and be over here. So you can walk down an aisleway and feed out hay if you're feeding inside the barn. So yeah, that's a goal. Not there yet. We're making do with what we got. The original little structure. I don't really know the history on it, but judging the concrete, it's much older than me. A lot of these buildings were put in the late 50s, early 60s, so it's got a lot of age on it. But still good as long as you keep the tin on the roof good and the leaks out. So. All right, time to get to work. These sheep are hungry, so. All right, guys, here's your challenge. And you can see the ground is just absolutely saturated. It's not going to hold much more water, so pond's filling up. That's a huge tall dam on the back side of that pond, and the guy that built it for us, it was a pond that was originally here. We had it cleaned out and built up a little deeper, and a dam where we could drive around it with the tractor. So he said it would never get full. It hasn't ran over yet, but it's getting close. We also have never had this much rain in a year's time. But yep, bottom's standing water. The hair sheep use are wet. But they've got two little porta shelters over there they can get in. We'll be lambing those soon. Within the next 2 weeks, hopefully it dries out. Yeah. This is our life right now. Crazy as it may seem. So I walked over to the pond bank to see for myself, and we've only got about, on this back side, it's just, there's a spot that's a little bit lower, probably a spot that I'm going to put a drain pipe in eventually, as soon as it dries up. I'm probably going to tackle that with my tractor and loader. So it's about 2.5 feet from cresting over. Hopefully the clay up here, the sod on it will hold it if it does run over. But yeah, so yeah, wet. But we got to keep pressing on. Farming is an all-weather adventure. All right, here's what I was talking about. Those ewes finished eating, and they're right back out here in the rain. So, munching on, cleaning up what's left of good. There you go. Good job. That one's full. That one's full. Give the ewes some hay on the inside. That way, the ones that want to stay in out of the weather can. She's waiting on the next batch of hay to come over. Got a round bale turned over, and we're pitchforking off of it. There's Tristan, working hard. One of the twins working hard this morning. Well, just do your best. Go around the other side and fork off some. Here comes a load, Clara. So, the younger ones enjoy helping. Go to the next feeder. There you go. Just push your way down there. Take it to the bottom. So the little ones enjoy helping, and we try to find things that they can do. Sorry about that. Camera crazy this morning. Try to find things they can do to help out. Make them feel like they've got a purpose and can help too. This is, hey Hannah. Hannah is an Anatolian Shepherd. She's a livestock guardian dog that lives here on the farm. And she's hanging out with the ewes today, but she just kind of goes wherever. If we didn't have these dogs, we wouldn't have sheep, because we have an infestation of coyotes in this area. And yeah, coyotes like to snack on sheep, so that's good, Tristan. I've been clean the rest of this up today. So, yeah, we've got two that stays in assigned pastures under electric fencing, and then we have two left that kind of free range. They go where they want to, so they're hard to keep in. I quit trying to fight it. We live in an area. Pick up the rest of it, baby, and put it in a feeder. Pick up the rest of it and put it in a feeder. Just shove it down in there. There you go. You say hi, Clara? Hi. Do you like helping? Good. No, get the rest of it picked up. Happy sheep. Happy sheep, happy goats. So, one is not like the other. You see something different back there? Not the goats. Yeah, we've got a Suffolk. It was Tyler's 4-H project. There's a pair of them in the flock. They were exposed to a Texel ram. We didn't scan them. I have no clue if they're bred or not. We'll find out in April, I guess, would be the time that they would be due. So, here's the other one. Much different than the Texels. You can't really, they're not docile like our Texels. I don't like that. If they didn't breed, they're probably not going to stay in, but yeah, there's some folks, especially in the West. There's a breeder out west that crosses Texel rams with Suffolk ewes, and to give the rams offspring off of those ewes a little bit more leg and the ability to travel longer distances. The really short-legged traditional Texel rams don't do as well in the West with the big flocks. And when I say big flocks, I mean thousands of sheep over tens of thousands of acres. They may, those flocks may move 20 miles a day and ranging. And the Texels tend to not move as quickly, as long a period as those flock range ewes out there that are taller, leggier type sheep. And so They crossed the Texel Ram with the Suffolk Use and came up with what they're labeling as a Silver Dale. It's a hybrid for commercial meat production, and they thicken up the offspring. When bred out to those flock range ewes, they put more pounds of lamb on the ground. Those rams are able to travel with the ewes well, so it's much different than we are in the east. So in the east, it's a lot primarily small to medium farms, less than 100 acres in the medium farms, and a lot of 10-acre, 15-acre, 5-acre little homesteads. Some people keep them on 3 acres. And the Texels work great in those instances. They don't have to travel a long distance to forage. They can go. Hey, Tristan. What? Are you tired of the rain yet? Let's just interview Tristan and Clara. Guys, are you ready for the rain to quit?
Yes.
Tristan, you got any thoughts for the day? What's your... You hate rain. What's your goal for today? What do you want to get accomplished today?
Make the rain stop.
Make the rain. Well, that's not going to happen. And I don't think you've got that power, do you? I wish we could turn it off just to do chores.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're off here for now. Signing off. Don't forget to like the video, hit the share button, subscribe, hit the little bell button by subscribe to get notifications of when we post a new video. Tell everybody bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya. Hey, Tristan, look up here. Don't be despaired. Wave at everybody. Tell them bye. Oh my gosh, he's tired. All right.